Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dustin, aka DNF. Today, I want to talk about one of the most impressive career trajectory changes that I've seen in my 20 plus years of leadership. So, the year right now is 2025. Imagine how you would feel if it's 2040 and you are in the same role. You've performed at a really high level. Everybody that you work with absolutely loves you, but you just cannot, for the life of you, get promoted. You get overlooked, passed over for different roles. So in this video today, I'm going to talk about how we got one of my managers unstuck, how we got them a 55% raise, and how we got them into the true role that they really wanted to do, a different industry. So stay with me through the end. I think there's a lot of actionable steps that you can take with you or your team to get to that next level. So to level set, this is in 2020. I'm going to set the background. I had just accepted a promotion. I was still running two businesses, or I was running one business. I was getting ready to inherit the second business. Me, my wife, and son were on our house hunting trip, and everything got shut down. So that's the time frame we're dealing with. Absolute chaos. So the story I'm going to tell is, somebody that I had already known for 15 years, had a really great relationship with. I even went to his wedding. So me coming in as his manager, that can be a tricky situation. So I walk in first day after being closed for 2.5 months, and I see that we have a major operational issue. There's the entire back room of the business is filled with boxes. So I knew there was an operational breakdown. So I got with my team. We created a plan to, hey, let's blaze through this in the next 4 or 5 days. Found out, there's a couple things that I saw that we could tweak to really expedite this process. And so there we go, all hands on deck, everybody moving forward. So while we have a plan and everybody's executing, I wanted to connect with each manager, and especially this manager. So we sat down, found out how everything's going. I found out that he had been in the same role for 16 years, and he had been selected to do a lot of cool projects, but operationally there was something wrong as far as like burnout, had no PTO. So that lets me know that, hey, he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be in the same role. So we connected. We figured out together, what he wanted to do. And like for me, he's too good with people. It's like one of the best. It's like, imagine if you had Will Ferrell on your management team that was able to make everybody laugh, be able to connect with everybody, teach anybody anything. So I identified, hey, he's in the wrong role, needs a new challenge. So we had that conversation. Could be a tough conversation for some, but man, he was totally open to it, bought in with, bought all the way in. So we moved him to be over the sales team. Had new managers reporting to him. I knew that we would crush the financial metrics, and I wanted him to get rewarded and make those changes that, in this unprecedented time, that would just really skyrocket his value, his perceived value. So that's what we did. And ultimately, what did this do? It drove him from being burnout to now he's inspired. Now you can see the energy shift. And it's contagious. So, really, really an amazing time. So what did we do? So step one, observed, saw kind of what the issue was. Step two, connect, find out what the career goals are. Where do you want to get to? How much money do you want to make? And help create that plan. All right. So I think the biggest metric that we could move was, and this lets me know kind of what kind of leader you are, is employee engagement. That's what I'd kind of hung my hat on, and we were one of the worst. I think we were 63 when I took over, and by moving him to that role, huge buy-in, and the team bought in. We went from 63, so one of the worst in the company, to 88, one of the best, worst to first, as I call it. So that is absolutely huge. Financial results, if you focus on people, you're going to deliver any financial results that you want. So, we went from $11 million business to 16 million, making $0 profit to over 3 million. I talked about the employee engagement. Kind of the narrative was I had 9 managers, and most of them were one level above where they should be. So we were able to get everybody to at least perform where they're at, but many of them were performing at a higher level, and most ended up getting promoted. So that was really, really cool. So after 3 months of just incredible results, you can kind of see the trajectory, the changes that were being made. We aligned on, okay, this is the role that he's like, we have our touch base. This is the role that he identified that he wanted to get to. So it's in a totally different industry, but still within the company. So strategically, I knew that we needed to build some relationships. So, kind of came up with a concept of creating a talent pipeline to go from our industry to that industry. Pitched it to a couple people. We had a couple walkthroughs to, we had visitors from time to time, and, I made sure that he was involved in those, and he led them because he was such a great leader, such a great communicator, made the visits fun, and ultimately started building those connections and relationships. So when it came time for positions to come open, he was at the top of the list, nailed the interview, got that, $30,000+ raise, a 55% raise, which would have taken him, if you just stayed in the same role, let's just say 4% raise, it would have taken him 11 years to get to where he got to within 9 months. So lessons learned, burnout, it's not always, sometimes people just need a new challenge and they need a goal and a North Star to get to. As a manager, I feel like it's your duty to help get them there. So we have step 2, create a strategic goal. So make a plan, execute, deliver results, network, and then once you get there, make sure that your interview game is tight. That's a lot of people can do jobs, in my opinion, but not a lot of people are able to articulate their value and share that in the interview process. So that's one other thing that we got dialed in, world class, show the value. Then number 3 is team. So I'm a big believer, if you put people first, you will achieve any financial result that you want. And, I had this strategy and a vision in 2015, and I wanted to see if it worked in other industries, in other cities, in other markets. And it did. So this is exactly proof of that. But you don't get there without finding out where people want to go in their career and help get them there. So like I said, wanted to share kind of step by step how we did that. This was one of the most impressive, transformations that I've seen. When you've got somebody that's just absolutely burnt out, that gets reinvigorated, makes an amazing impact, ultimately moves up and gets the raises that would have taken him 11 years to get there, and then's able to take all that knowledge from the previous business to this new industry, and now ultimately, running different businesses and using the things that he learned in that time. It's just truly amazing and something that I'm really proud of. And I've got literally dozens and dozens of stories like this, but this one stands out to me because we had a great relationship, special relationship, 15 years of knowing each other before we actually worked together, and being able to figure out that game plan, he executed, got promoted, and ultimately so impressive to see. So that's what I wanted to share today, just a story. And if you put people first, you will get any financial result you want. Invest in your people, make it fun, get them to where they want to be. And this is just an example of what it means when somebody can do that. And I just could not be more proud. So that's it for this video. See you on the next one.